Hey everyone, it's Mrs. Lawrence. I'm here with the video for the work for the week of April 27th. It's on linear equations, so this work should be mailed out to you, but we went ahead and we put it into a Google Doc. Ms. Melendez was kind enough to go ahead and take the materials and go ahead and put it in a Google Doc. This way you could just type right into the Google Doc and submit your answers that way instead of working on the packet. And for some of you who have not been getting the packet, this way you'll have the same material right in front of you. Okay? So the scenario is this. Your parents tell you that you are in charge of their next purchasing decision. It is up to you to decide whether you will buy a car, a gym membership, phone, etc. So your parents are going to agree to foot the bill if you can figure out which of the 2 to 3 plans is the best option for your family given the amount of times you will use it in a month or year. So 2 is the minimum number of plans that you can compare. So here are your choices. So we kind of helped you out. The packet that the district sent out is not going to have these. We included this to make it a little bit more clear cut for you. So pick one. So either look at cell phone plans, home internet plans, cable TV services, rent a car or maybe lease a car options, any sports training packages, or gym memberships. So you have to pick one of those. So I am going to show you an example. You cannot, I repeat, not utilize my example as your answer. You need to come up with your own. So I did research. You can do the research as well to come up with yours. So the second part, so for me, I looked at gym memberships. So I looked at gym memberships. Part 2 is going to be the research part of it. So in the space below, you're going to fill in details about the competing plans. Look up 3 current deals. So I know it said like pick 2. We put 3. So we're going to look at 3 current deals being offered for whatever purchase you are interested in. Whatever one from above that you're picking with. So again, I went with the gym memberships. So I did some research. And I just Googled gym facilities and I came up, Workout Factory was one of them. So Workout Factory is not far from my house. They had on their website, they have 3 different plans. So I'm going to kind of try and zoom this out a little bit. So 3 different plans. So here were the 3 plans. You could go ahead, I could have looked at 3 different gyms, but for convenience, it's just for sake, they have 3 different options, so I'm just going to use the same gym and look at their 3 different options, okay? So, using this, it says brief description scenario of 1. So, looking at Workout Factory, I can see that it says that to just get a membership that is month to month, it is $35. I noticed when I was doing my research down here, hey, if you're a teen between ages 15 to 18, you save 20% off a monthly membership when you sign up with a parent, just an FYI. But a one-time enrollment fee of $50 will be assessed on each new membership agreement. So, so I know that it is $35 a month. So $35 a month. And it was also, it had a sign-up fee of $50, or they called it an enrollment fee of $50. So when you're doing yours, so the brief description you're going to want to put there is like what information about your plan. So you have to identify your independent variable or your input, which is your X. So remember, your independent variable is something that is consistent, or not consistent, but something that is going to cause your dependent to change. So your independent can stand still. Your dependent changes based on this independent variable. And this is going to be your X. And then you have to identify your dependent variables or your output. So what is going to happen when I take my independent, I do something to it, and I get an output, my dependent variable. I'm going to include my rate of change and then my initial value. So your initial value is where you are starting at, also your y-intercept. So if I think about my initial value for this certain scenario, my initial value is going to be my enrollment fee, because no matter which plan I go with, I have to pay that $50, that initial value. So my initial value is $50. No matter what, I have to pay $50. My rate of change is going to be how much is it changing by over time. So our time is months. So what is it changing each month? So our rate of change here is going to be $35 a month. So my rate of change is going to be 35. And my independent and dependent variable. So Y, our dependent variable is going to be our total cost. So our total cost to getting this gym membership. And then our X value, our independent variable, usually time, whatever your measurement of time is going to be, is month, right? So we know that each month it's $35. I have to pay the 50. So I'm going to put this all into an equation. So we don't need to replace Y with anything. And it equals, remember, write what goes here. Take a second, think about it. Yes, you got it. Your rate of change. This is what's going to go here. We know our rate of change, it's $35 a month. 35, think of this like almost like multiplying per month. So 35x, and then I have plus something. So plus, remember, this is going to be our initial value. So I'm going to put 50 here. Because remember, y equals mx plus b. So that b, there's your y-intercept. Is your slope, your rate of change. So after I've written out my equation, I'm now going to manipulate the equation and kind of look at what is it going to be? What is the cost going to be? So when I put something in, I'm going to get something out. So I'm going to put in, so again, our input is the number of months. So number of, I'm going to label this, and this is output, again, is total cost. So our input, so I'm just going to start with, okay, so if I get the membership for 1 month and I calculate here, that's going to be y equals 35 times 1 plus 50. Well, you're like, where did she get that from? I stole that right. Oh, I apologize. Sorry. Camera is above me, and it was a little shaky with my pencil hitting it. I apologize. So I got that right from up above, right? So there, I got it from right there. So I replaced the input with my X, because remember we said X was our months. And I'm going to calculate. So if I take 35 plus 50, 35 plus 50, that would be 85. So Y is going to be, it's going to be $85. And I'm going to keep doing that for every, I'm going to keep doing that for, I'm going to do that for month 2, I'm going to do that for month 3, and then I'm going to skip to like, I don't know, 10, just for the heck of it, and I'm going to skip to 12, so a full year. So I could do that for all of them. Again, I'm going to put y equals 35 times 2 plus 50, and then y equals 35 times 3 plus 50. I'm going to try it for 35 times 10 plus 50, and y equals 35 times 12. Actually, you know what? Change of plans here, folks. Change of plans. I'm going to change this 3, and you'll see why later on. I'm going to change that 3 to a 6. Let's see what it is at half a year. I'm going to change my 3 to a 6. Again, I just want 1, 2, 6, 10, 12 because of what my information that I'm going to use. Most of you could just probably stick with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, you are going to then do the similar thing, but you're going to use the information from your own personal research. You are not just copying what I put down onto your own. You have to do your own personal research. So in this first part, you're going to do the research. So you can see on the next page of the doc, you have for scenario 2 and scenario 3. So you're going to find 3 different plans. So like if you were leasing a car, what is it going to cost to lease your Ford Escape, your Audi, and whatever other car you decide to lease? So you're going to choose that, or cell phone plans, or whatever it is. You've got to come up with that on your own. Okay, so this is video 1, just doing going over part 1, doing the research, and part 2, once you've got your research, filling it into the table and calculating your outputs. Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye.